Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's tutorial, we are going to learn about how to generate a quiz in Google Forms automatically using ChatGPT. So if you look at here, this is the final quiz that we have generated actually. In this, if you see any question or the options, or if you look at the answer key and the feedback that we have given for the answer, none of this I have written manually. Everything was automated. I have written this prompt in detail and I have given this prompt to ChatGPT like this, and the GPT returned a quiz in a JSON format like this. I have just copied this JSON format quiz into this Google Doc and ran this Google App Script function. That's it. After that, a Google form was generated automatically, and I have got these two links. So this is the form link actually. When you open this form link in a new tab, you will see like this. Okay, so this test I have conducted for 15 questions and each carries 10 marks, so total 150 marks. And here are some settings that you can do, and here are the other settings that you have to perform that if required actually, depending upon the need. For example, if you want to show the questions and answers after the quiz to your students or not, these quiz settings you have to apply later as per the need. If you want to show the total number of point values that they got, you just click this. If you want to show the correct answers, then you can click this. If you want to show what questions they have missed, you can click this. So these are all the settings that you have to manually set after the quiz is generated. And regarding the responses, you have to decide whether you have to collect the email addresses or not. You have to tell whether a copy of the response should be emailed or not. So generally I prefer off unless it is a very important thing. And you have to tell, if it is a quiz, then it's better to limit to one response. And then these are all some form settings that you have to make. But the main thing about manually entering these questions, options, answers, feedback. So this is the main heavy lifting job actually, which we are going to automate today in this tutorial. Okay, so the first part in this tutorial is this prompt construction. So this prompt construction is a very important job. So for example, here I have written a detailed prompt like this actually. So in the first I have written like, I want you to generate a 65 question AWS cloud practitioner mock test that matches the difficulty level of the real exam. The test should focus on the following topics. So here I have given one topic, meaning, so I want a mock test, right? So as per the so and so date, actually this is not a fixed date, you can give today's date. So as per the date, whatever the AWS CLF-C02 syllabus was there, you just take that entire syllabus. This syllabus, it will automatically fetch from the internet actually. The model will automatically fetch from the internet. And then here, what kind of questions are we expecting? So I'm rating like ensure a mix of the following type of questions, like single answer questions, multi-answer questions, true or false, scenario based, and the difficulty level should match the real AWS cloud practitioner exam, and avoid overly simple or overly complex wording, because in real life AWS cloud practitioner exam you won't get that complex questions actually. And the question should require some basic AWS knowledge but not deep technical expertise. This is not a professional solutions architect exam where a lot of deep technical expertise is required. This is just a simple basic cloud practitioner exam where a basic understanding about cloud is sufficient for this exam. So we set that difficulty level, and I'm writing some important points here. Make sure the feedback in a detailed manner. Explain why the right answers are right and the wrong answers are wrong. All questions must be scenario based. So this is another thing I have added, because in AWS cloud practitioner exam, most of the times we make mistakes in this scenario based questions only. So that's why I am adding a point like generate all questions scenario based. That's it. And not just that, after the quizzes, after the questions are formulated for the quiz, so I want the entire quiz in a JSON format. And in that JSON format, each element is a quiz question actually. And each question should give in this following format. So each question should have a quiz number, quiz question, and these options consist of 4 or 5 depending upon the question. Some multi-answer questions have 5 options, some single answer questions have only single options. If you take a true or false, it just have two options, either true or false. That's it, right? So these options are for example sense, and correct answers. So here, if it is a single correct answer, you will get a B. If it is a multiple correct answer, then it will automatically decide what to put here actually. And then a feedback that tells why this particular question is right, if not why the other questions are wrong. So this one will be explained in this feedback. So the entire quiz will be written in this JSON format actually. If you give this particular entire prompt into ChatGPT here, mainly I prefer to use GPT-O3 because it is very accurate to generate this kind of questions. If you go to our default chat based model GPT-40, that is a default model, so if you use it, many a times the responses are not accurate. For example, if I give 15 questions, so most of the times it won't return 15 questions actually. Let's try it. I will show you in real time. For example, I'm just copying this prompt. I opened a new chart window where I am just pasting this prompt, and if you look at here, our model is GPT-40. I'm running this. Here it gather some information, and here we are expecting to give entire quiz in a JSON format, and it looks like the quiz is small. For example, we are asked for 15 questions, and GPT-40 gave 15 questions accurately without a problem. Let's paste the entire prompt again and ask for some 40 questions. Okay, let's see what it will give you. This is the problem actually. So it told like, note, this is just a preview. The actual set of 40 questions are unique, will be written manually to ensure topic coverage. So it asked again, continue writing all 40 questions or export the file. So I'm giving option 1, yes, continue writing all 40 questions. It is analyzing, and it is giving just next 5 full scenario based questions out of the 40. So this is the problem actually. When you ask a big uh, chunk of work to do with this GPT-40, it does not return the answer very accurately. For example, if we switch the model from 40 to O3, let's do it here, and if you do the same prompt, let's change it to 40 questions and change the model from 40 to O3 and then rerun it. It thinks for a while, and you can see what it is thinking. It is saying like it thought for 23 seconds and then it started returning the questions. So mainly overall this O3 model doesn't irritate us mostly actually. So it will try to give the answer as accurately as it can. Okay, here whatever the requirements that we specified, it tries to answer with almost 95 to 99 percentage of accuracy. So we asked for 40 question AWS quiz, and it already written 22 questions, and it will continue up to 40 questions as well. So the key thing that you want to differentiate here is, if your work is small and you won't require exact answer, and you want to understand things, and you are expecting some chatbot kind of thing where you can talk continuously if you do not understand, and if you ask and the ChatGPT will return for such kind of continuous follow-up question type scenario based chat, so it's better to use 4O model. But if you want an exact answer to your requirement, then it's better to use this O3 model. Previously it was O1, now they changed it to O3, and it was very accurate. Here see, it gave you all 40 questions as asked. Now I'm just copying this entire JSON file and then pasting it here in the Google Doc. So I deleted the previous existing thing, and I just pasted this 40 question JSON file. So now I'm just closing this previously thing. So let's rerun this. Here I have added as many logs as I can to understand in which stage we are in. We will go through this entire code in a minute. Just let's see how this entire process will work. Let's get a overview, bird's eye view, and then we will go dive into the this app script. It will take a while because 40 questions, right? So AWS exam generally have 65 questions actually. So here AWS is just some topic I have taken actually. If not AWS, you can take any other topics that you want. If you want, you can change this to Google Cloud, or change this to something else, Azure exam or something else. If you are conducting an automated quiz for your mathematics exam, you can use the entire workflow that we are presenting here. The only thing is, you just have to make sure to give these instructions appropriately to match your quiz requirements. And once you give that, you have to specify the JSON format that you are expecting, because based on this JSON format only, our Google app script will build this kind of quiz. That is the important thing. Here we truncated the log at question number 9. Just our objective is to briefly show the quiz here actually. So here it just output is too large, hence it just truncated, but it will generate the quiz for the entire 40 questions, but only showing 9 questions. So after the quiz updation is done, it will give you two links. One is the view form. If you click it, if you open it in new thing, it will show you like this. Okay, it is the final thing. And another thing, you will get an editable quiz form like this actually. So here it's up to you after that what settings you have to make like that. Here if you want, you can set settings like get email notifications, select destination for responses, you can link to Google Sheets or whatever the thing that you can do actually. Here these are all some quiz settings that you have to make. So how much each question carries the marks, and then the point values, some settings which we discussed earlier, you have to make depending upon your need. Here if you look at here, each quiz has certain elements actually. This is our question, this is our options, and of which one or two or some options are right actually. So if you look at here, this one is the correct answer, and why this is a correct answer is here. Feedback for incorrect answers. C is correct because Amazon S3 is object storage that automatically scales. So here some example answer is written, and here is the feedback for correct answer actually, because it's just a kind of congratulations, good job kind of thing actually. So like that we have written the question, options, answer key for the entire thing. Okay, let's take a look at what we have written in this app script. This is our main app script that generates this quiz, and our app script consists of this one main function, and this takes certain inputs. So the first input that it takes is our doc ID. So this is your JSON file, right? And here is your doc ID. You just have to give this doc ID. This is a unique string that represents this entire Google Doc. When you give this, and if you have the access to your Google Docs, then that particular Google Doc will be automatically fetched, and we are opening that and we are extracting the JSON text from the doc. And once we get the JSON text, so here we are parsing the JSON text. So basically we are extracting the actual JSON from the Google Doc to a data variable. Okay, and then here we are creating the form with a form title, and here a form description. These two will go here actually. So here this is our form title, and this is a file name is also a form title. So whatever you give here, and it will automatically go here, and this is your form description. You can give a different description, that's not a matter. You can give it here, form description. Whatever you give here, it goes here. And then here onwards we are entering into the quiz mode. So here what is taking is, here it is evaluating something. So first evaluate the questions. Based on the questions dot length, it will run this for loop. So first extract the qdata.question, and as we said, our JSON consists of questions in this particular format, right? So we have a Q number, question, correct answer, options, and feedback. And this Q number is actually we have not used inside this app script. It is just for our understanding purpose, whether the total number of questions that GPT was generated are equal to the number of questions that we are expecting or not. So just to have a cross check, I have issued this Q number, basically quiz number. Okay, and it is extracting the question, options, and correct answers. Here if any of these things are not available, then we will skip that question, stating that this is an invalid question. Okay, that's it, right? If a question doesn't have these basic elements, then definitely that's a invalid question for a quiz. And then we are expanding the question, options, and correct answers into the question format. That's what we are doing here actually. Each one we use the basic Google form API behind the screen using this Google app script, and then we fill up this entire quiz form as mentioned here actually. So it's very clear, like form, add checkbox item, item, set title, and then options array. Within that, set choices, set required. These are all some basic functionalities that Google Form provides via its API, which you can access from this Google App Script. So you can use that and you can customize this entire sheet. Using that functions, you can customize this entire form to your need. Once we have generated this Google form and we come out of this for loop, once this one is done and we get a Google form link from this form.getPublished URL and edited link from form.get edit URL. I have just printed using this logger.log function. So let's change few things. Quiz 3, and then just rerun this entire thing. I'm just closing these things. It will take a while. That's it. Once the execution is completed, we get these two links. So as we have seen before, if you open this, you'll get this quiz form. You can just share this link with anyone else. If you want to get a short link, you can get this one too. So here, if you go to this published settings and copy responders link, you'll get this one. You can share this link with any of your friends or to the target students so that they will fill it and submit their responses. And here, when you set this option, get email notifications for new responses, if you set that, so whenever some student submitted a response, you will get an email notification to your email in which this form existed. So in which account you have created this form, you will automatically get an email to that account actually. So overall, this is how we use ChatGPT to generate the automated quizzes, and then we use the Google App Script to automatically generate that JSON based quiz into a professional Google form and then share it with your target students to get responses. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next tutorial. Happy learning.